In a kingdom where truth could not be proven and justice seemed impossible, two women stood before a king, each claiming the same child. But only one was telling the truth. There were no witnesses, no evidence, no way to know who the real mother was. The courtroom was silent, the tension unbearable, because the life of an innocent child hung in the balance. The first woman cried out, her voice filled with desperation, "This child is mine." But the other replied just as fiercely, "No, he is mine." And so the argument grew louder, their words clashing, their hearts exposed, until all eyes turned to one man, a king, young but known for something the world had never seen before. Not power, not wealth, but wisdom. This was King Solomon, a man chosen not for his strength, but for his ability to see what others could not. But even for him, this case seemed impossible. No proof, no witnesses, no truth in sight. Or so it seemed. Then suddenly, the king gave a command, so shocking, so unthinkable, that the entire room froze. "Bring me a sword." A ripple of fear spread across the court. What kind of judgment was this? What kind of king would give such an order? As the blade was brought forward, gleaming under the light, the fate of the child hung on a single moment. And what happened next would reveal a truth not through evidence, but through the heart. In the ancient kingdom of Israel, during a time when the land was filled with promise and the people looked to their king for guidance, there arose a ruler unlike any other before him. His name was King Solomon, the son of King David, and from the very beginning of his reign, it was clear he had been chosen for something extraordinary. Solomon was young when he ascended the throne, and the weight of leadership rested heavily upon his shoulders. Though he had inherited a kingdom established by his father's strength and victories, he knew that ruling a nation required more than power. It required understanding, discernment, and wisdom beyond human ability. One night, as Solomon lay asleep, the Lord appeared to him in a dream. The presence of God was gentle yet overwhelming, and a voice spoke clearly into his spirit, offering him a rare and profound opportunity. "Ask what I shall give you." Solomon's heart trembled. He could have asked for riches, for long life, or victory over his enemies. But in that sacred moment, he recognized his limitations. He saw the vast responsibility before him, the people he must lead, the decisions he must make, the justice he must uphold. And so he answered with humility, "Lord my God, you have made your servant king in place of my father David, but I am like a little child. I do not know how to go out or come in. Give your servant an understanding heart to judge your people, that I may discern between good and evil." The Lord was pleased. Because Solomon did not ask for selfish gain, God granted him not only wisdom, but also riches and honor beyond any king before or after him. From that moment, Solomon became known as a man of unparalleled wisdom. People traveled from distant lands to hear him speak, to seek his counsel, and to witness the wisdom that God had placed within him. But one day, a case came before the king that would reveal the true depth of his wisdom. Two women stood before him, living in the same house, both with anxious hearts and desperate eyes. The first woman spoke, her voice trembling yet determined. "My lord, this woman and I live together. I gave birth, and 3 days later she also gave birth. During the night, her child died, and while I was asleep, she took my son and placed her dead child beside me. When I woke up in the morning, I saw the child was dead, but when I looked closely, I realized it was not my son." The second woman interrupted. "No, the living child is mine, and the dead one is yours." But the first woman cried out, "No, the living child is mine." And so they argued, back and forth, their voices rising, their hearts desperate. There were no witnesses, no evidence, only two voices claiming the same truth. The room grew silent as all eyes turned to King Solomon. He sat quietly, watching, listening, not just to their words, but to their hearts. Then, with calm authority, he spoke. "Bring me a sword." A murmur spread across the room. A sword? What could the king possibly mean? The blade was brought before him, gleaming in the light. Then Solomon said, "Divide the living child in two, and give half to each woman." The true mother cried out, her voice breaking with anguish. "Please, my lord, give her the child, only do not kill him." But the other woman said, coldly, "Neither I nor you shall have him. Divide him." And in that moment, the truth was revealed. Solomon raised his hand and declared, "Give the child to the first woman. Do not kill him. She is his mother." Relief filled the room. The child was saved. Justice had been served. And all of Israel stood in awe, for they saw that the wisdom of God was in their king. From that day forward, the name of Solomon spread across the land as a king of wisdom, of justice, and of understanding. And so, this story reminds us that true wisdom is not found in knowledge alone, but in the ability to discern what is right, to act with justice, and to value life above all else. Now, as you reflect on this story, ask yourself, when faced with difficult decisions, do you seek wisdom or rely on your own understanding? And if you were in Solomon's place, what would your response reveal about your heart?